right, that's enough. Yeah, America, world police. We get it. Right on. How you guys doing tonight?
Great.
Fantastic. We're gonna. There we go. We're going to go off script unless we absolutely have to. So hi, my name is Nick Day. I'm a loud American, hopefully loud enough in the back. And I've been living in Ukraine for about 6 years, and there's lots of things you can say about Ukraine, but it amazes me that this is the land of opportunity for everybody but you. But I kind of want to go back, and there's one specific person in my life who I bumped into, who kind of showed me how far that can actually get you. And this is back when I was living in California, after I got out of the Army, many years ago. And this guy, let's call him Jeremy, even though he's not here and we'll never see this because he's in a different country. Hopefully don't post this online, all of you. Damn. And I met Jeremy, but before I tell you about Jeremy, I gotta tell you about his girlfriend, Marina. Remember this name. Because Marina is the sound of the apocalypse. Marina, you know, everybody, we've talked about crazy women. Everybody's like, oh gosh, she's so crazy. Like, you know, I wore one thing and then she made me change my socks because you know how girls are about, oh, she's crazy. No, she is a psychopath. Like, this woman is an act of nature, you know, and you have these some people in your life, you keep them around just because terrible, interesting things happen around them. And she's one of those. And like, we won't tell all of them tonight. But for example, cars set on fire, people with guns held to their heads by the police, tri-state manhunts, just a few of the short activities that we have been able to engage in just by hanging out with this girl. And I went to college with her, and it was amazing. And she was wonderful too. She, you know, as a friend, she was smart, she was friendly, she was intelligent, loyal. You know, it was great. She's super hot. All of her friends are super hot. More importantly, and she was rich, so she was great to hang out with her. And at the time, I didn't have a car, and so she would, you know, pick me up. You'd want to ride home, and I'd always say, "Oh fuck yeah," because something stupid would happen on the way there. And in her path, she left this trail of just destroyed boyfriends, you know, who just horrible things happen to them, and who are already, you know, usually pretty interesting people in their own right. And she'd always sort of offer them to like our group of friends for inspection when there was a new one. And we're like, okay, I give this guy like 4 days and a $300,000 hospital bill. And you know, one day she shows up with, and I'm glad you said the Justin Trudeau thing, because basically her Justin Trudeau. And she's like, you know, I met this new guy, you know, his name is, you know, Jeremy. And I'm like, okay, is he on methamphetamine? She's like, no. I'm like, huh. Is he abusive? She's like, I don't think so. That doesn't sound right. Like, but he's unemployed, right? I was like, no. He's got a job. I'm like, oh yeah, we got to meet Jeremy, you know. So she brings Jeremy around, and like immediately, like the whole circle is in love with this guy. You know, he's like, all the guys are like, dude, he's so cool. He's so, you know, and he's poised, and you know, and he seems really smart too. You know, like we meet him, and you know, he's just one of those guys who radiates confidence, and you know, seems like the authority. He had glasses that helped. You know, and he'd always be there in the back of any conversation, going, yeah. You know, guys, I believe that, you know, what you said is really meaningful. We're like, yeah, it is, man. Thank you. Thanks, Jeremy. Dude, that's great. And so she's like, what do you think? I'm like, dude, Jeremy's the best. Like, if you don't date him, I will. Like, he's amazing. We all love him. He's great. This dude keep him around. So then he joins our circle of friends, and we were always hanging out with Jeremy. And you know, my roommate Aaron, I'm like, so you know what I did with Jeremy yesterday? I'm like, what? I'm like, I went to the Warriors game, dude. Like, he can even play basketball. He's awesome. There's nothing he can't do. Like, we've got to keep him together. Like, yeah, we got to keep Jeremy. And this went on for like a couple weeks, and then we started getting these weird hints. You know, like me and Aaron go with him, and he's changing the winter tires on his car, and he goes, and we're like, dude, what are you doing? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, you've got winter tires in your front of your car and summer tires in the back. He's like, no, it's cool, man. It's all, you know, it's fine. This is actually a very nice automobile. This is an all-wheel drive. We're like, oh, okay. It's not with that. Oh, dude, he's just fucking with us, dude. Like, fuck Jeremy, what a kidder, dude. That guy's great. And then like a week later, you know, I'm sitting with Jeremy, and he's like, Nick, and he pushes his glasses up too. He's just like, Nick, I read a very interesting article the other day. I'm like, yeah? And he's like, did you know that cheese is made from milk? What the fuck is going on? And, you know, I go to Aaron, I'm like, dude, do you notice something about, I mean, is this happening with you too? He's like, bro, the other day, like he was saying like the sun rises in the west or something. Like, you know, and there was one thing, you know, he comes, he's like, guys, did you know that Zantac 75 can reduce your incident of heartburn by 35%? I'm like, where did you read that? It was an article in a magazine. I'm like, that's an advertisement in GQ. Dude, like you're not, I'm like, what do we do? Like we have to have an intervention with, or, sorry, that's not, oh shit, that's her real name. Okay, forget that. Marina. We go to Marina and we you know, sit her down. We're like, look, sweetie, first off, I speak on behalf of all of us, the collective. We love Jeremy, but we think he may be functionally retarded. You know? And she goes, and? I mean, we think that you may actually be committing a crime. We think he may be developmentally disabled. It's not actually funny. It's illegal. What does he actually do? But because he's always like very nice suits, you know, drives like a fucking Z4 convertible. And then this is in a part of California where just everybody is rich and you don't ask why. And we're like, what does he do? Because we'd all assume that he was like a neurosurgeon or something. Or like, what do you do? Well, you know, he has a lot of skills. I'm like, oh, dude, that voice. Yeah, yeah, he does have an amazing voice. Like, what does he do? Well, he's like an entertainer. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, well, he's a wedding DJ. I'm like, Jeremy, been to any weddings recently? He's like, no, not really. Yeah, no, like 8 months ago, I was playing a gig. What you been up to since then, Jeremy? He's like, you know, just hanging out. I'm like, Jeremy, what do you do? My family's really into annuities. Do you know what annuities are? Like annuities are just, it's an account that somebody puts millions of dollars into, and then tens of thousands come out every month. That's not a career. It's just I'm like, so you're rich. He's like, no, they're into annuities. I'm like, that means they're into picking up a check from the mailbox, dude. Yes. That, and I go to Marina, and I'm just like, are you okay with this? She's like, oh no, he's perfect. He does whatever I say, and I can just make up shit, and he believes it. And I'm like, that's kind of evil. She's like, well, you know, Nick, it's not very nice to judge, and it has lasted 3 months. It's a new record. I'm like, I can't argue with that. And that's when, you know, I saw this guy, and like, he has gone through life. I haven't checked up on him recently, but I'm sure he's doing fine. Like, and that's his only negotiable skill, is being able to talk confidently and have presence in a room. And sometimes that's just enough. That's what you need. So that's the first story. Second story is the destruction of Jeremy. So I told you bad things happen when you hang out or Marina. Not very. We can edit this in post-production, right? We can go. We have a sound guy. Alexi, can you help out with this? Okay. Okay, we'll do a session on Monday. And you know, basically, we said this girl is crazy. That, you know, again, a free ride is a free ride. So she said, hey Nick, what are you doing today? I'm like, not much. I was gonna go home and do my homework. She's like, I can give you a ride, but you want to go stop by a thing with me real quick? I'm like, yeah, sounds cool. What are we doing? She's like, oh, it's a funeral. Did you kill them? Oh, Nick, you're so funny. No, it's my ex-boyfriend. Again, did you kill him? She's like, no. Like, you're sure? She's like, no. He was fine after that thing. No, he died in a car wreck. It's all very, very sad. Anyway, you want to go? And I'm like, no, I don't want to go to your ex-boyfriend's funeral, especially with you. Like, you know, where's Jeremy? She's like, oh, I'm going to call him up too. You know, I'm like, oh, okay. And well, tell me. And she's like, oh, by the way, his parents own a vineyard. I'm like, go on. You know, yeah, they own like 3 vineyards in Carmel Valley, so the whole thing's going to be catered, and it's just free booze, and there's a DJ. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm like, well, fuck yeah, let's go to this funeral. That sounds like a blast, you know. And so she stops and like buys me a suit because she's just rich. And I'm like, all right, sweet, free suit, you know. And she goes to pick up Jeremy, and you know, we go by, you know, Jeremy's house. He's sitting at like the end of his 3-mile long driveway in board shorts and a Hawaiian t-shirt. I'm like, dude, you know we're going to a funeral? He's like, yeah. Yeah. Actually, they asked me to DJ it, but no. It was, do you want to change? He's like, no, I think this is good. You know, I think the family's been through a lot right now, and they really need some positive energy. All right, Jeremy, just get in the car. All right. So we go, and it's the most incredibly awkward thing that I've ever experienced, because people are going like, did you know him well? And I'm like, no. They're like, Chris, yes, Chris. Good guy, Chris. So tragic and young. You know, they're like, how did you know him? I'm like, from skate skiing. What is he like again? You know, so and you know, his crying parents are there, and it's awful. And then the worst part is Marina finds the free bar, and she starts drinking. And to picture, she's a little brunette, very conservative looking. You know, she's got, you know, nice little outfit, and she's the most non-threatening female that you can imagine who can kill you. And you know, when I'm studying with her at university, she's studying forensic science, like basically forensic pathology. So I'm pretty sure she's like a female Dexter. Like that's just like how to hide all of her crimes. And you know, and she's drinking, and like after she has like one drink, she's fine, and two drinks, you know, fine, and three, she's like, I'm gonna murder that fucking bitch. She looked at him 6 years ago. I got your fucking number, cunt. And I'm like, oh my God, like, it's time to go. And she's like, no, it's fine, I'm gonna drive. I'm like, I don't think you should be driving. He's like, Nick, get in the car. I'm like, oh God, okay, yeah. And at this point, you know, the day has gone off the rails, but my backpack's still in her car with all of my homework, and I have to do this big thing the next day, and I'm fucking stuck, you know. And I'm like, I'll take a cab. She's like, no, you won't. Get in the fucking car. I'm like, okay. And so I get in the car, and the mood has gone dark. And she's driving, like swerving over the road. You know, Jeremy is just looking straight ahead, kind of out of focus, blissful, like. Did you have fun, Nick? I'm like, yeah, this is great, man. She's like, I know what we should do. We should go play some pool. And so we go, and there's this biker bar, like pool house, you know, thing. And she goes there, and like everybody's like, woo! Like this is not the kind of girl who would walk into this place. Turns out she's also fucking crazy good at pool. So she's just getting belligerently drunk, smoking guys at pool, just like taking all of their money, running the table. And you know, and just getting progressively drunker and more violent. And I'm going to Jeremy. I'm like, dude, you need to do something, man. This is all you. You need to step in. He's like, yeah, but she gets kind of scary, you know. I'm like, I know, man, but what's the worst that's gonna happen? You have to stop this. We need to get her out of here and like go home before shit goes down. He's like, okay, man, I've got this. Hey, sweetie. Hey, honey. What? Don't you think maybe you've had a little much to drink? And she's like down here, like 140 kilograms, like soaking wet. I don't know what a kilogram is, so I assume that's not very much. And she just goes, you know, and she looks at him and she's like, you know, I see your point, but have you thought about this? And then just bam! And just and like in slow-mo, you see blood flying from his face. And just you know, and you know, like three of the biker guys are like, yeah! Oh shit, is he okay? Like, and I'm looking, and Jeremy's on the ground, and his face is bleeding, and I can see his teeth through his upper lip. He punched him so hard, like his teeth went through his upper lip, and he's like, am I okay? I'm like, yeah, bro, you're fine. You're looking good, bud. You're just a little shook up. You'll be fine. Marina, we gotta, he needs to go to the hospital. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? We need to leave now. You just like you just attempted to murder your boyfriend, and like the big scary biker guys at this point are like, hey man, is he okay? I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go get his friend. You know, she's like, Nick, come on, we're leaving. I'm like, why am I leaving? She's like, do you want to stay here and talk to the cops? Because I'm fucking leaving. And I'm like, I guess we should go. And we go, and like one of the biker guys like, should I call an ambulance? I'm like, yeah, call an ambulance. They're like, where are you going? I don't know, help. It's like, I live at 177 Rifle Range Road, call my roommates, you know. And so, you know, we get to a car. I'm like, I'm not really cool with this. Good luck with the rest of the night. Nick, get in the fucking car now or you're an accomplice. I'm like, if I get in the car, I'm an accomplice. I've witnessed a crime. She's like, stop being a fucking pussy, get the sand out of your vagina and get in the car. I'm like, okay, God. Oh, God, what's happening? And so we get in the car. Police cars are pulling up to the bar, and like the ambulance is coming, and she's just drives away. And so we're just driving. I'm like, okay. So, Marina, what's the plan? Girlfriend? What are we doing? She's like, well, I can't go home and you can't go back to your house. That's the first place they'll look. I'm like, who's they? She's like, the police. I'm like, oh, right. Oh, God, where are we going to? She's like, no, it's fine. I've got my parents' credit card. I'm just going to rent a suite at the hotel. So there's like this, you know, giant Grand Hyatt hotel. She gets the suite, calls two of her girlfriends over. She's like, hey, we're going to drink. I'm like, why? Oh, just Jeremy's being such a dick tonight. I'm like, Jeremy's in the emergency room right now. And we're all sitting, and now my phone is blowing up for people like, have you seen? Police are looking for her. And I'm like, they're like, you're with Camille right now, aren't you? I'm like, maybe, like, dude, don't antagonize her. I'm like, you fucking think so? Like, obviously not. I'm not going to antagonize her. Like, what do you think I should do? They're just like, just chill. And she's like, hey, Nick. I'm like, yeah? Can you be a deer? And again, there's nobody under the age of 40 who calls anybody deer in America, unless they're, a murderer. Hey, dear, would you be a sweetheart and run down to the front desk and get me one of those little sewing kits? I'm like, yeah, why? She's like, oh, I just have a little thing. And her entire hand is split open. You can see like the tendons. Yeah, I'll be right back, And I come back up, and she's like, oh, God, I just need to talk to a friend right now. I'm like, yeah, whatever you want, that's fine, And she takes the needle, while making, after she threads it, and like, while maintaining eye contact with me, she's like, I just feel that sometimes he's just not tuned into what I need at the moment. Can you put your finger right here? I'm like, oh. Yeah, okay. I'm like, where did you learn to do that? She's like, oh, I do this with corpses in college for forensics. It's really easy. I'm like, okay, that's great. And then, her friends are there. I'm like, I'm gonna take off now. She's like, are you sure you don't want to stick around? I'm like, no, I think I've seen probably enough at this point. I'm gonna take a taxi. Remember, you didn't see me and I wasn't here, so I go home. And my roommates are all waiting for me like, dude, God, you're here. Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, no, I'm fine. They're like, dude, Jeremy, is in the hospital for like the next couple of days. I'm like, oh my God. And like, yeah, the police are looking for you. They want a statement. So I go to bed, and then, the next day, 9 o'clock, the cops show up. Are you Nick Day? Like, I am. First off, we want to say you're not a suspect. I'm like, oh, thank God. Like, and I'm like, why? They're like, well, we've dealt with her before. They're like, they're like, you do know Marina pretty well. Like, you guys are on a first name basis. Like, how often do you see her? And they're like, about 4 or 5 times a year. This is her third hit, by the way. Listen, so we know you had nothing to do. Can you just tell us your version of what happened? And so I did. And Camille went to jail for a little bit. And about a week and a half later, I got a call from our good friend Jeremy, and he's like, hey Nick, how are you doing? I'm like, I'm good, man. And again, I don't know it's him when he's calling. I get this unlisted phone number, and I'm like, what's up, bro? Where are you right now? They say I'm not allowed to tell you the location. Where are you? And in California, they have this law. If it's treated as a domestic violence incident, normally like spousal abuse, essentially, they have a home for battered women. And this is a safe place for women who've been abused by their husbands or who might be in danger to go and recover, which is where they sent this 6'5" dude with shoulders like this to hide from her for 2 months. And I'm like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm feeling better. The counseling's really good. And me and the girls, we talk about our feelings now. I'm like, all right, man, do you want me to come drop off your mail? No, you can't come here. But yeah, so that's her. And that's actually one of the lighter stories that we have about her. So that's the story.